using a slide presentation, then we would look at the charts together. I started the class today at 5 o'clock because it might be taking us close to 2 hours because we have a lot to do today. So and we're going to take note of what we are going to do today. So if you miss any part of it, you can catch it later. Because it's going to be very interesting. We should be seeing my screen now. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, awesome. Okay. Boyega, you have your hand up, and anybody else? Osimen, very good. Okay, so let's lower our hands now. Okay, Omalala, I'm not sure I saw you in the lesson, in the class last week. Alright, welcome to class. With us from the beginning, so you don't miss out on any part. Alright, welcome back to class. Whatever it is, the result that you want in this life, you'd have to put in some work to get those results. This write-up on the back of the soap and get dirty. I've been using the soap for some years now, but I actually did not notice this for a long time. This write-up actually relates to if you want there to be a real change in your life, you need to roll up your sleeves and get dirty. Now, when I say get dirty, it doesn't mean you have to physically get dirty from mud, from sand, from dust, from stone. It just means you have to get dirty with everything that gets you closer to your destination, to what you want to achieve. That might be looking, investing some money is part of getting dirty. It might mean losing some friends. It might mean people looking at you like an idiot, like you don't know what you're doing. It might mean getting out of your comfort zone sometimes. Sometimes you have to learn some things that put a lot of pressure on you, like you are not, it might not be as fun as hanging out, drinking, dancing, going to party, going to clubs and all that. But that is where real change actually happens. So let's talk about, I don't want to go philosophical words today or do anything much about the things we already talked about in the last class. But the last class we did a lot of mentality adjustments, and I hope that we have a bit of a shift in mentality. So now, today we're going to talk about how we move forward from here. Having gone through the lesson so far, everything you did at the lesson was for you, was for me, let me put it that way. You did all that for me. Joining the class, reacting, commenting, every time I ask a question, you give an energy, or you register with the local, or you signed up for the course. All of that was for me. Even taking the course, writing the quiz and all of that was for me. What I mean by that is, you are not sure what I'm going to do. What I'm going to kick you out of you, what I'm going to get at you. So sometimes you do those things. Yes, as much as you do it because you want to succeed in this, you want to make money from trading forex. But to an extent also do is that I don't have he doesn't have any reason to look at me like you are an irresponsible and serious person. So let me just do it. Now at this point we have done all that. From now on, everything you do henceforth, you do it for you. You do it for you. You do it for you in the sense that whatever you put in from now on is the result that comes back to you. It is you are pretty fortunate because you have me. I was talking with somebody in this class, one of you in this class, and he was sharing his experience with me, and he said that he had attended a lot of classes, so-called forex trainings, where you just get there and they will just show them nice results, cash out, big money they have made, thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, cash out, collecting money and all that, without their daughter, traveling around the world and all that. And at the end of the day, they will not tell you to register, but they will not show you how to trade, what to expect, even at the fact that it is a business and sometimes you lose money, all that one is not in there. And I just smiled and said, yes, there's a lot of that out there, and it has put a lot of people in trouble. I'm sure some of you here have been victims of this kind of people. You follow their sweet talk and their beautiful results, and then you deposit. That's probably one of the reasons why some of you are even here, thinking that, well, you will see those kind of fine results. Unfortunately, I am not that kind of coach or trainer. I don't do that, and I don't intend to change myself to do that. What I mean is this: I will not tell you. Whatever it is, I will tell you as it is. Okay, I'll be as factual as possible, because I don't need you to pay me or to make money from you. You know, some of those people that do these things are called affiliates, marketers. Let me put it that way. They get people to deposit in the broker, and the broker pays them a percentage of what they deposit. But the point is, they should bring people who really don't know anything about forex, so they can lose their money, and the broker makes more money with that from there. But I am not interested in that, and I'm not interested in raising traders like that. I don't even like to raise traders. I told you guys that you are going to get access to my Signal group, and that's true. You have free access to the Signal. But as much as I am not going to kick anybody out of the Signal group, it's always my pleasure when you stay in the Signal group for 3 months or 4 months, you are making money on the side there while you are learning. But after 4 months to 6 months, you can now say, okay, I don't need the Signal anymore, I can trade on my own now. And then you start trading on your own. Gradually you start raising your fee. It always gives me a lot of joy. I don't want a lot of people now. If you go into my Signal group, you realize that I don't have a lot of people there, and that's because I put conditions, strict conditions, to limit or reduce the number of people that would be in the group. Okay, so now using the Signal service, you have to register with either of the recommended brokers that you have on my website. One of them is XM Global, which is the preferred broker, and the second is Exness, because they have Naira accounts. If you want to use Naira, you want to see your money in Naira, you can sign up with Exness as well. But other than that, Exness is a pretty good broker as well. Exness is a very, very good broker. For those who have registered and have been in the Signal group and following the Signal, you have noticed that Exness is a really good broker. As a matter of fact, some of you in this group already registered, funded your account, and you're already making money on the side. Even while the rest of you, some people are still playing. Somebody just registered for the course yesterday. You understand? Just before I stopped the discount. Anyway, so you need to have MT5 or MT4 app installed on your PC or your mobile phone, depending on which version of account you opened, and then you need to deposit at least $100 into your trading account. We're going to talk about the reason why you should deposit at least $100 in a bit now. Then you'll be added to the for Signal. So as long as you have funds in your account and you're trading, nobody's going to install you from using that. Nobody's going to teach you from using Signals from there. But the moment I realize that you are no longer trading or you don't have funds anymore, I won't know whether you have funds or not unless you tell me. But if I notice that you're no longer trading, I'm going to request that you send me your dashboard that shows I'll kick you out of the signal group. So that's what I usually do. Okay, then we also need to understand the rationale behind the decision to sell or buy on the signal. So anytime there's a buy or there's a sell, you need to understand the rationale behind it or investigate the rationale behind it. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with them in details much later on. Now, how to deposit in your account. You have a video guide on how to deposit in your account. Okay, if you are using XM Global, as most of you are already using XM Global. But if you have an XNES account already, or you intend to open an XNES account, please let me know. Or you have an existing XNES account from wherever, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, last month, it doesn't matter. If you have an XNES account before, please inform me to let me know. Now, whichever one you're doing, always deposit in your local currency or in cryptocurrency USDT. Okay, avoid any other one. BTC, don't use BTC. The reason is because the charges on BTC is always very, very high. The charges on USDT is just $1. If you are transferring from Binance to just $1. But if it's BTC, BTC could be as much as $30 to $40. So I don't recommend that you fund your BTC. Instead of that, use USDT as cryptocurrency. But preferred method, just use your local currency. Whether you are in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, use your local currency. The platform will automatically tell you how to make it. You can deposit with your local currency, but if you are not in Nigeria, you can use USDT or you can use Perfect Money as well. Perfect Money is pretty good. And the deposit guide has been sent to the group. If it's not there, if you have not seen it and you need it, let me know so I can send it to you. Or I'll send it to the group again at the end of the class today. Please follow that guide. So follow it religiously so you don't make mistake, and so that you don't delay your remittance as well, so that your funds will not delay before it gets into your account. Now, withdrawals are made to the same deposit account. Therefore, the account must be your own personal account. The account you are sending from must be the same name as the name of the trading account. So if your trading account is reading John Abraham Abdullahi, the name on the bank account that you are transferring from must also read John Abraham Abdullahi. Okay, even if there's any mix-up, maybe there's no Abraham here, there's John Abdullahi or John Abraham. Maybe Abdullahi is missing or abbreviated, it's still understandable. But it must be from the same person. That's what I mean. Like that. Now, why did I say you should do a minimum of $100 trading capital? You see, naturally the human being is an emotional creature. What I mean by that is we allow emotion to dictate what we do a lot of times, and there is no trader that does 100%. Trust me, no trader does 100% unless they want to lie to you. There are times when you will lose trade. You will analyze and it will not go your way. When you don't think psychology, for those who are advancing in these classes, there's an advanced class which you can sign up for, but it's paid. We're going to talk about that later. It's not compulsory, but it's an option. For those who are advancing, you have options. Now, when you analyze the market and you conclude on the direction you believe the market is going to go, the market may decide to go another direction completely. And when the market goes in a completely different direction, it should not affect you. What I mean by not affect you is it should not affect your emotions that much, but naturally it will affect us. Now, let's assume that you are a trader who does, let's say, 70% profitability. I do over 80%, but let's say we do 70% profitability. Even in the signal group, let's assume that we do 70% profitability. Which means that out of every 10 trades that we take, 7 will go in the direction that we want, and 3 will be a misfire, will fail, which means it will hit stop loss. Normally, always analyze on a relatively higher time frame because I am an intraday and intraday trader. You understand? As an intraday and interday trader or day trader, my trade usually closes within a day. It might take more than 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours to get to the destination. Sometimes on very rare occasions and on very rare days, my trade may run into the second or the third day. But that very rarely happens. But it does happen. Now let's assume that the first 3-day trade from the tick or the way that we take were the ones that went in the opposite direction. That were the ones that failed. So assuming you have $20 in capital, my stop loss is usually 50 pips. If you are a signal group, you must have noticed that my stop loss is usually 40 to 60 pips naturally. But on the average, 50 pips mostly. Because I trade gold a lot, and and gold has a lot of whiplash. It goes up and down a lot, even though it's normally going up. It will sometimes just turn around and go down annoyingly before it now starts going up. So it happens a lot, and I understand the currency pair. That's why I trade it because I love it. It moves very fast. Now, if gold goes against you, 50 pips, that's $5 loss. If you have only $20 deposit, yes, the broker will give you, if you deposit this month of April, by the way, take note of that. The bonus, the 100% bonus on deposit is only for the month of April. After the month of April, it goes back to the normal 50% that they have for my regular customer, my regular students. But for this month, because of this special training we are having, they have 100% deposit for this special training period only. So which is the month of April. After April, there is no 100% bonus anymore, it's 50%. So if you deposit $20, they will give you extra $10. That makes $30 to trade with. If you deposit $100, they give you extra $50. Now let's assume you deposit in the month of April $20, and they give you extra $20. You now have $20 capital and $20 bonus, which is $40. You take the first trade. Sometimes I tell you to layer, and maybe you are one of those greedy ones because layer works very well. We'll talk about layer much later on anyways. And layer, and you have 2 running trades. The 2 of them eventually hit stop loss. $5 in 2 places is $10. You take the second trade, you hit stop loss again. $5 in 2 places, $10. $20 lost. Remember, you have total of $40 to trade. Now you start using, you finish your own capital and now using the bonus capital that you have known. You take the third trade. Because of your insurance and except only one, 50 pips, you hit stop loss again, you lose $5 there. Your balance is remaining $15. Tell me sincerely, will you, if I post another trade for that day, will you take it? You see, there's a very high chance that you will most likely not take it. I have $40. I already lost $25. I have $15 left. You'll be very reluctant to take any more trade after that. But if you have $100 and you give you extra $100, the first trade lose $10. Second trade lost $10. Third trade lost $10, making $30. You still have $70 from your own capital and $100 from the broker. Meaning you still have $170. If I post another trade, you will take it without confidence. Now that one used to be 60 pips or 70 pips. You recover the first stop loss. 7 trades after that are hitting ticket back to back. You realize that you have made a lot of money, which you would not have done if you had only that $20 that you deposited. And that's why I insist that you should try to raise $100 to start trading. See, I know the economy is hard. It's tough. It's everywhere. It's not only with you. It's everywhere. But before I will take a trade as serious, that trader will have a minimum of $100 in his account. And even at that, well, I will just be like, okay, he's still trying to learn. So it's okay. Just for him to be earning on the side is understandable. But a trader that is serious about making his dream come true in forex trading, you cannot trade with $100. You can't trade with $100 because you want to do better. So clearly, that is the reason why I insist on a minimum of $100 trading capital. Sorry, please give me a second. There's a video guide on that as well. So, your trading account to MT4 or MT5, please let me know. I'm going to post the guide on how to connect your accounts to the group, to WhatsApp group for you. Okay? Understanding the reason for the trade decision in the signals released. This is the fun part. Why have we decided to buy when we say buy? And why are we deciding to sell when we say sell? So that's what we're going to talk about next. Now, analysis determines which direction we trade. And in this market, today, in the trading today, we are going to go into the chart and try to do a bit of analysis. As a matter of fact, let's go into the chart right now. So let me open up my chart. So give me a moment please to locate and open my chart. Why is this one taking forever to open? Okay, it's still, excuse me, it's still loading. Sorry, I would have opened it since before the class even started. Alright, our chat is up now. USD JPY. Alright, I want to share my chart now. Second. Now, when we talk about analyzing the market, there's what I call top-down analysis. Top-down analysis means you start from the top and analyze downwards. Now, top-down analysis for you will depend on the kind of trader that you are. In the lesson, we talked about types of traders. So I asked what kind of trader are you in that lesson? Either you are what's it called? A scalper, a day trader, and so on and so forth. Now, if you look at this chart now, I'm currently on the daily chart, which means that every candle on the chart here represents one day. Every movement in the market represents one day. So, this candle here is a day. This small one is also a day. This one that is almost invisible is also a day. So, every candle on the chart represents a day. Now, one of the things we talked about in the lesson was support and resistance and what's it called? And trend lines. So trend lines to identify whether you're in an uptrend or in a downtrend. And here we have a chart that is clearly a chart here that is clearly a downtrend. So if we draw a trend line for this chart, we can see that it's a downtrend. Right? So the market still respecting the trend line, has not broken it. Even though if you are using this trend line, which is also a valid trend line, it was temporarily broken, but you will notice that the break gave us a head and shoulder pattern, which means that we have a downtrend following, so it will not be respected. It fell back and has been respecting it ever since. So you can see it broke it a little again, but it has a cut pattern here, which means it's still going to continue to fall. So we are still expecting it to continue to respect the trend down. Now, looking at my weekly chart, it says I have a downtrend. If I switch to the daily chart, my daily chart is showing me that I also have a downtrend. So if I draw a trend line on the daily chart as well, this is what it will give me, which is also a respectable downtrend. Can we see that? Still a respectable downtrend, but it's being respected. So if I go back to H4, I still have a downtrend. So the trend line, the downtrend is still valid so far. But right now it's ranging between the weekly trend line and the daily trend line, ranging between the two of them, which means we want to wait for it to break out of the trend line to below the weekly trend line, and then we can now sell. As you can see, show weekly trend line, and we can now start selling from there. But another thing we can see is that it already broke the previous support. This has been a support, horizontal line. This has been a support. So I have a lot of activities going on my laptop. So that's why it seems to be dragging. So you can see that it has broken the last support, and it has tried to retest it, but hasn't succeeded in retesting it. So even if it pulls up at all, it's just going to retest that and continue. So we want to wait for it to test and then pull back down. I think this one has almost done. When this one stops, I'm going to, my PC is going to move faster. Okay, so this is an average analysis using just trend line now. We've not even involved anything else. But for a start, this is a top-down analysis using trend lines. And then we can drop to 1 hour and see again. On the 1 hour, we have...
So in this next video, I'm going to talk about popular AI tools for content creation. So common tools that I use for content creation. As a matter of...
Okay. I was working on a video before, so editing a video, if I just completed, that's why it started playing by default. Okay, so now we can see that we're still in a downtrend, and it's still falling, and we're expecting to keep selling down. As a matter of fact, we have a double top forming here, which indicates that it will fall further. However, we also have a head and shoulder formed here, which indicates that it might still go up a little. So there are one of two ways. Either it goes up to this point before it starts falling, or it continues falling straight away, whichever one comes first. So that's just based on this analysis. Let me remove this no indicator there, so can you volume machine back. Alright, so that's on a 1 hour time frame. Just using trend line, we can establish that we are on a downtrend. Now the next question is, when do we now take a trade? When do we take a trade, seeing as we are now in a downtrend? We have several options. One of the options is using indicators. Moving average is one of the indicators that we discussed in the training. So let me just use moving average, insert indicators, trend, moving average. So let me use moving average. I'll use 50 moving average right now. Simple moving average. I'm not doing anything exotic or sophisticated. Just 50 simple moving average is what I want to use. So we can see that it just rejected from that moving average. To sell, let me put 100 moving average as well, or 200 moving average, and compare the activity of the two. But if you went through the training, you would remember moving average crossover as part of the training. I don't know, it's 200. So 200 moving average with gold color. Let's make it thicker. Okay, so we have the second moving average, and you can see the two moving averages closing up, which means that we are about to get some good moves anytime soon. So the moment they close up, we want to wait for the 50 moving average to reject the 200 moving average. Like when it rejected here, we know it's going to keep going down, so we just want to sell. And if it doesn't reject, if it crosses over it, before we can stop selling, before we can stop selling. So we want to be looking for buy opportunities, but right now we are looking for sell opportunities. One, because we are in a downtrend, and downtrend is established by the price action being below the moving averages. When this line that is showing you price action is below moving averages, then we are confident that you are in a downtrend. You get a better understanding of moving averages and price action. If you also watch the crossover strategy, you also get a good understanding of how moving averages relate with price action as well. So moving average is one of those tools that we use. Since we have established a trend line already, we can now use moving average to be entering the market. So I could sell at this point, but I know that this price could still pull up to maybe around here. So I can still hold it. But the moment it goes beyond this line here, then I'm not going to hold it anymore. So my stop loss will be just above here. If I was trading this now, my stop loss will be just above here. But if you are trading on 1 hour, you don't want to enter the trade on 1 hour. You want to drop to as low as 15 minutes. Because on the 15-minute time frame, you will get a better picture of what your chart is doing. Right now, the market has been ranging for some time. The market has been ranging. Let me see if I can put the separator there. Okay, so for the time the market has been ranging, and when the market is ranging like this, it simply means that anything can happen within this range. You can see the range. Anything can happen within here. So naturally, we want to wait for the market to break out of this. And based on what the moving averages are doing right now, it's going to break to the bottom. So if I want to trade, I'll be entering at the bottom here to sell down. And my stop loss will be just above this range, because if it breaks above the range, it means that it wants to go back up then. And as you can see, there is a kind of cup, what's it called? A kind of cup pattern forming here, a kind of cup shape forming here too. So I might want to be careful about selling before the breakout. So you want to wait for the breakout to the downside, and then you can sell down. Okay, so this is how we analyze the market and decide. So when you have a signal from anywhere, it doesn't matter, even if it is from Sebastian, then you should go and look at the chart too and understand the reason why the signal is asking you to sell. Okay? Understand the reason why the signal is asking you to sell. And say, okay, Sebastian has spoken with the oracle when it comes to forex trading, so let's just sell. He could be wrong. He is human too. Take note of that. Now, apart from that, I'm going back to the slideshow now. So that's why I stopped the other, So, you should understand the reason why the signal is being posted. If you look at the chart and you don't see the reason why you should sell, please ask question. Send me a DM, coach, you said we should sell at this price, and I'm looking at the chart, it doesn't make sense, and you should be able to tell me the reason why it doesn't make sense. I don't just want random question just because I ask you to ask me question. I just jump and come and ask me, Sebastian, why did you ask us to sell? And then I have to come and start explaining my analysis. I won't do that. So the kind of question I will answer is, coach, or Sebastian, I've looked at the chart, you said we should sell, but it's looking more like a buy to me. And then because of this and this and this, that's why I think it's a buy. And then I should look at the chart too and explain to you better whether your analysis is correct or not. And if your analysis is correct, I will admit that I was wrong and will correct it. Because there are times when I'm in a hurry to type and I type sell instead of buy now. But someone who will look at the parameters for selling will know that, okay, this is supposed to be a buy signal because the entry price is below the take profit price. But anybody who doesn't look closely at that will just say, okay, they said we should sell, and you will jump and sell. And when you now want to enter TP and stop loss, it will not go, and you now come and tell me it's not accepting my stop loss or take profit. That's probably when we will realize that, oh, sorry, I posted sell, it's supposed to be a buy. So you need to know why, so that you can also help us to get it right. Now, and that is the importance of being independent in your trading journey. And that is where the mentorship program comes in. Now, my mentorship is two ways. One is you can decide not to pay for mentorship and just take the advanced level training. The advanced level training is also on the website. It is called Forex Mastery. Okay? It's also on the website. It's called Forex Mastery. For right now, it's just 30K. So you can buy that. And which means that I will not give you a follow-up mentorship service. However, if you are going through the training and you have any questions, I will guide you. You still have access to Signal. You still follow the Signal while you're learning and while you are practicing. Please don't practice with your live accounts, at least not in the beginning. Practice with demo accounts. When you create your account with XM Global, they automatically create a demo account and a live account for you. Those accounts do not have password, so you have to go and set passwords for them. You have to go and set. They are not using the same password that you use to log into your XM account. So those ones you need to set password for identify. That's the password you will use to register or log in on identify. Okay. So if you need a guide on how to set the password, let me know. I will do a quick guide for you on that. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So once you have that and you have the mastery, take the mastery lesson, follow the instruction in the mastery course, and use that to practice until you know how to execute trades, close trades by yourself. The mastery is actually very, very rich. You think the basic course is rich. It's not rich at all compared to the mastery. The basic is cool, it's nice, but it's just a retail trader's strategy. The mastery takes it beyond that. The mastery teaches you the bank's strategy. The financial institution strategies for trading is what you find in the mastery. So, to get the mastery, just go to the Blue Academy website. Let me see if I can show you that quickly. It's already 6 o'clock. I said we are going to end this class by 6:30 at the latest. Sorry, I'm trying to get into the website. Okay, let me share my screen again. Alright, I believe you can see my screen because I can also see it from my mobile device here. So sorry, my PC was disconnected for a minute there. Alright, so we're now on the website. On the website here, if you scroll down, if you go to courses in the menu and click on courses, you will see the list of courses there. One of them is the Blue Pip Forex Mastery course. That is the mastery course if you want to go for that. But if you don't want to go for that, as a matter of fact, we have 3 people from this who are already on this. We already purchased this and that's because they already have some background in forex trading before, so they wanted more, and I just guided them to that. Now, this is the mentorship. We are going to deal with mentorship in a bit now. But for now, you have the mastery course here. All you need to do is add it to cart and then fill the details. But if you want to see the details of the course, click on the course itself and it will show you what the course outline is. Let's go and look at the course outline for the mastery. You can check the course. Okay, you can check the about course, but what I'm more interested is in the course outline. In the course outline, we have the basic parts, introduction. For people who did not really take the basic course serious, there are some touches of that in this place. Then the next thing is the technical analysis part, which is where the major work comes in. Trading and supply. If you know anybody who knows anything about forex trading, they will tell you the most profitable strategy for trading is supply and demand, not support and resistance. Support and resistance used to work back in the days, but it doesn't work as much as before anymore. If you take the mastery course, you understand the reason why supply and demand doesn't work as much as before. It's still effective, but you need a higher level of knowledge to be able to apply it and make profit, good profit from it eventually. So in this lesson, it talks about trends, market structure, market liquidity, support and resistance again in a higher level, order blocks, demand zones, supply and demand, how to use them, how to trade them. And I think there are about 2 or 3 more lessons that I want to add here, including psychology of trading psychology, which we will deal with later. So all of these are covered in the mastery course. It's a very, very rich course. So if you want to be independent as quickly as possible, then you should get the mastery. Now, if you want to be independent very, very fast, then you should go for the what's it called? For the mentorship course. The mentorship is not just a course. Okay? It's a journey. Because the mentorship comprises of the mastery. The mastery is already inside the mentorship. So you don't need to write into a mentorship. And you guys are getting a discount. I told you before my mentorship is 250,000 naira. But you are getting a discount of 50,000. And it's only for 20 people. You can see here, it says 5% booked because one account is already taken. So it's 990 registrations for this mentorship. I do only 20 mentorship in a month. In this month of April, I only taking not just April, so April, May and June. I'm only taking 20 people per month. So that's why you see it says 5% booked. The moment any new person signs up for this mentorship, it will add it to this percent. Once it reaches 100%, nobody can buy it anymore. It will automatically go back to 250,000 for anybody else that wants to buy after that. Now, what's so special about the mentorship? I'm going to drop a link on the group later so you can check the details of the mentorship. What are the things you are getting in the mentorship? Mentorship is actually extremely rich. Let me see if I have some of the breakdown here. Do I? Okay. Okay, so you can also read up some of the information here for what you have in the mentorship, but this is not all of it. This is just part of it. In the mentorship, you you are going to be working with me one-on-one. I'm going to be guiding you every step of the way. I'm going to call you once a week, every week. We would have a call, one-on-one call, where we will analyze the charts together. We will make trade decisions together. You will practice them. You also need the signal group where you can be taking signals from there to be making some money on the side anyway while you are learning until you are independent enough. Mentorship usually runs for 30 days. But if after 3 months you still feel like it's not enough for you, I can extend it for another 3 months as long as you gave it your best in that 3 months. If you sign up and within the first 3 months we will fix call for a weekly call and you will not be available because I will not call you. I will fix the time for you. You are the one that will notify me when it is time for your call. So I will call even if you don't want to call me, it's not a problem, I'll call you by myself. But you need to notify, just send me a text message or send me a WhatsApp message. Coach, my mentorship call is by 2 p.m. today. So if you send me that kind of message, maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes before the time, then I will call you at the time. And then we will chat, we will look at the chat together. But in the course of the week while you are studying, you will still send questions to me. Not only are you getting the mastery course, you also get full access to all the materials that are ever collected as far as forex trading is concerned. And boy, they are large. Let me show you what some of them look like. Let me just give you a preview of the materials that are in the mentorship. Sharing my screen. This one contains courses back then. You can see the dates. This one was, I put it in this folder in September 2022. For these courses. These are courses that I took. Forever in Profit has about 5 courses. Okay, 4 courses. Ryan, Rico, and Q. These are 4 trainings, as you can see. 4 trainings on different strategies. These are strategies, trainings that you can use to trade and make profitable trades immediately. Some of the things that were touched there were covered in the mastery anyway. For instance, things like trend lines. These ones are basically strategies. These ones are mostly strategies that were covered in case trading. We could just talk about strategy, but if you look at case trading, you will see that it talks about drawing supply and demand. I talk about that. It's also in the mastery which I also covered it myself. But what that means is that after watching the mastery course, you can sit on here and watch their own idea. When you watch the market structure in mastery course, you can sit on here and watch the market structure here too. Drawing supply and demand in mastery course. After watching it, support and resistance is in the mastery course. Can still come here and look at support and resistance here as well. So with that, you have a broader knowledge of those things. Let's look at Ryan's training. Ryan's training is very, very rich too. Talk about trend line, supply and demand with structure, divergence levels, and so much, and so on and so forth. So there's so much that you can find inside the training. Now, apart from those, you still have SMC, which is I signed up for a while back, so you can also go through that as well. Everything, I said everything that I have gathered together in the course of studying and learning forex, you will find them in the membership. You have access to them for free as long as you are in the mentorship. The second thing, you also have access to my library as well. Let me switch accounts so I can show you the library for a minute. In the library, you also have a lot of resources. So many resources. In fact, you can't finish them. You only take the ones that, you know, the ones that relate most to what you need at the time. So that's what you are going to be dealing with. So you don't really need to take everything or to read or study everything. The mistakes some people make when they get into mentorship is trying to study everything. You don't need that. You only need to study a bit of. Okay, so I think this is where we are. Let's see my folders. Alright, let me show my screen now. So here is the folder, my Forex training. This is my library. This is everything I gather together in Forex. Everything. Even you can see the 3-dot strategy that I talked about is here. EMA compounding strategy is here. There's so many strategies inside here that you can practice, that you can train. Scalping strategy, look at this. Scalping technique, scalping with pivot points, and so on and so forth. So everything I gather together. The videos are here. All some of the videos that I have used, okay, identifying trend and using time frame, identifying support and resistance, and so on and so forth. You find them there. You also find all the e-books I have collected over the years. Very useful to me. Not all, they have been very useful. You find them there as well. How to this is a basic Forex trading. This is also basic Forex trading. This is the Forex Bible that we downloaded from the website. I'll put it on the website from here. Learning more about candlesticks. See, knowing candlestick can give you consistent profit in the Forex market. So here are 2 materials on candlesticks, patterns, and very, very much resources. The Forex trading, you have so much here. You have so much here. These are video trainings as well. Scalping techniques, identifying trends, using time frame, how to set trends down, placing and trying to get understanding, so basic things is what we have. So everything that I have put together, as far as Forex trading is concerned, you are going to find them inside here. So okay, I think that's about it for the mentorship. So you can choose which one you want to go for, either the mentorship or the mastery course. Whichever one of them that you follow, you still have access to the Signal group, of course. And even if you can't afford any of them, you still have access to the Signal group. How do you now raise funds for trading? Remember, I said Forex trading is a business. It is a business endeavor, and every business requires capital. Don't be deceived. There is no business under the sun that doesn't require capital. And because every business requires capital, Forex trading also requires capital. Now, if Forex trading requires capital and you don't have the capital, how do you raise money? So, how do you raise money to trade, to sign up for mentorship and all that? How to raise funds for trading and mentorship? But there are 2, okay, let me say 3 ways that I do that. Number 1 is other people's money. Number 2, outside Forex. And number 3 is within Forex. Now, let me start with the third one, which is within On Bootip Academy website, we have an affiliate program. Affiliate program means that you can introduce our trainings, our courses to people, and if they purchase it, if they sign up for them, you get paid a percentage, I think 20% now. So if somebody buys a course of 50,000 naira for instance now, you get 20% of that, which is 10,000 naira. If you get 10 people to buy that, you have pocketed 100,000 naira without creating any cost, without knowing anything. All you need to do is just introduce them. You don't even need to, how to convince anybody. The courses themselves convince themselves. You can simply say, I found the course for forex trading, and it has been helping me a lot. I've tried for years to learn forex trading, but I found a course that helps me. This is the website of the course. Check it out. Let them go and check. If they check the course and they find the mentorship is really cool, the mastery is cool, they sign up for the mastery, it automatically credits your account on Bootip Academy with 20,000 or with 20%. So if they buy the one or two courses, they buy the basic course, they buy the other one, you get paid 20% every time someone buys the course on our website. So that is within forex. Okay. Another thing that we can do is to organize. What I mean by organize is this. There are people who have influence. They have access to what we do. We have influence in other fields or other areas of the world, not in forex too. There are people who have groups that they belong to, that they know that these people will be the training that offers, the free training offers. And they can organize them. I want to organize a forex training for this people. Even if it's your church group, you have a big youth group in your church, you can organize the training for them. You have a big youth group in your mosque, you have a big group of men, mature men who are working, and you know that they will benefit from forex trading, and there are as much as 300 or 400 of them in the group. You can talk to them. We want to organize a training for you guys, so I want to invite one of my senior friends to come and train you guys on so and so area. In fact, tell them that you are paying for it. Just tell them that you want to pay somebody to come and teach them forex trading. So you appreciate it more, because most of the time they tell them it's a free training, some people don't take it serious. So you say, I've been dabbling into forex trading, and it's been making me, at least I've been earning some small things from there. So I want everybody in the group to benefit from it. So I'm going to pay the trainer. He will come, he will train you guys. Okay? And after that, he will guide you, he will also mentor us. And once they approve, just notify me. Coach, I have a group of people, so and so in number, this is but they have been trading, but they have not been taking profit. I wanted to come and train them, and then we will introduce training courses to them. So once we train them and they sign up for the courses, if they are paying for the course, you simply just need to let them know whether you want to sell course to them or you want them to have the free training. If they have to have the free training, I don't have a problem. I can organize that for them. In fact, I can allow them to take the basic training for free. So once they are done with the basic training, they can decide to now go for the advanced training, which is the mastery, or sign up for mentorship. Now, as they sign up for the advanced training or the mentorship, depending on the price that it will be at that time, I'm not guaranteeing that it will still be 30,000. It may be more than that. But whatever it is, we will discuss it before we present it to them. And when they start signing up for those courses, you still get your clients. So you still get affiliate commission from all of them. So that's another easy way that some of my students have made money for themselves. It's not compulsory. It's not the kind of money that you say, okay, I'm going to deposit it in your trading account for you. No, you can withdraw it and do whatever you like with it. If you don't want to fund your account with it, that's your choice. It's not compulsory, it's your money. So if you choose you don't want to fund the account with it, it's okay. You can do whatever you want with it. So these are ways that you can earn money within forex without having any capital. Second option is with other people's money. Other people's money is in two ways. Number one, you can decide to go and borrow or look for money any way possible to fund your account or to sign up for these courses. We know that it's worth it, but it only becomes money for you if you study and practice and do the work. If you just play with the whole thing like like we do with some of the courses that we take, because if you borrow money to take this course and you're not able to pay back, it's going to affect you in so many ways. I don't want that. So if you're going to borrow, I tell my students, if you want to borrow, make sure you're borrowing for the last time. All of you need to borrow for the last time. It means you borrow and make the best of the fund that you borrowed so that you will never have to borrow again. I hope you understand that. That's what it means to borrow for the last time. So if I want to take a loan, say I want to take a loan from all these cash app, for instance now, and I can get a loan of 200,000 or 300,000 from them to pay back in 4 months or 3 months or in 6 months, or from my bank or from my group or from whatever means. You need to ensure that what you are taking the loan for, you give it your best. Don't just pay 2,000 for deposit in your account and then go and sit back and relax and just be taking signal and be collecting money and be talking and be happy. Anything can happen. Tomorrow I may decide I'm not to pay this money for everybody. If you do not study and learn the course and be able to take trades by yourself, you will be in trouble. You won't be able to pay back your loan. So while you fund your account and you're making money inside, ensure that you are also learning as quickly as possible so you can be independent and stop depending on signals. That is my ultimate goal for all my students. Now, having said that, the final part, which is outside forex, is other areas where you can raise funds to invest in forex, invest in your knowledge and skills and all that. You can do a lot of other things. I do a lot of other things. One of the things I do is I create content for people. I get paid to help people create products, product description, product images, product pictures, content for their website, building websites, and all of that. I do a lot of other things. Those are some things, those are skills that I have learned in the past that are helping me. So I have extra source of income. For instance, someone just paid me, I think about 50,000 naira today for a job I did, and the person pays back every year. I already did the job like 4 or 5 years ago, but they pay me 50,000 naira every year. They renew their own website by themselves, they renew their own by themselves, they do everything. Every 3 years they spend about 500 and something thousand to renew their domain and their registration. Every year they spend some money to renew their domain. But every year they pay me 50,000. That's India, just a group of people. They pay 50,000 to me every year for the website that I did for them 4 or 5 years ago. And I have several of them that do that. Do you understand that? So if you have skills like that and put them to practice, there are ways to maximize on those skills. One of the ways I maximize on mine is using AI, and that's the reason I decided to create an AI course, which will soon go live on the Blue Academy website as well. So you can take the AI course and implement it. I create graphics for people. Even though I'm not very crazy about graphics, most of the graphics I use, I create them for myself. Everything you see on my website, every image you see on my website, I mean on the Blue Academy website, on the Blue Academy social media pages, I generated all of them. I created all of them. I create everything by myself using AI. So I didn't really do much. I had the millions of my mind in graphics with color, Photoshop and all that. I don't even use any of them. I've not used them for a very long time. So you can create, you can put the skills that you have learned to practice and use that to raise funds to invest in other areas. There's nothing like having like 4, 5, 6 sources of income. It's very good. However, while you are doing that, ensure that you understand each one before you move to the next one. You don't have 5, 6 things that are doing it at the same time. They will confuse you. So if you are going to do any other thing outside forex trading for now, the reason why you want to do it is to raise funds to push forex. Now, push into forex, you need to pay attention and ensure that you know forex trading inside out. You can take trades in my sleep. You can decide you are trading 2 or 3 times in a day. Tuesday, Wednesday, for instance, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't trade on Friday. I will not take any trade today. I don't trade on Mondays. Even though I provide signal on those days, I don't trade. So even if I'm right to market, I don't post the signals. Trades that I have running already, I will not trade them. So I could close some trades that have been running for days on some of my accounts for those 12. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are the days that I actually take live trades. And if I'm signal routine, you notice that on Monday, you don't see a lot of signals because I only post signals on Mondays at my leisure. On Tuesdays, I post signals at my leisure. But on Wednesday, I post like 6, 7, 8 signals because I'm also trading. So I am always consistent working at that time. So there will be a lot of signals on those days. Now, having said that, remember, if you are going for the mentorship, I only have 20 slots. As you can see, 5% is gone. So only 19 slots left. Take the slot as quickly as you can. Now, while if you don't have the funds to pay for mentorship and fund your account at the same time, you can leave mentorship alone. Fund your account. That is fund your account and follow the signal in the book. And follow it religiously. Don't be greedy. But they ask you to close your trade. Close it. Even if you're still going, just close it and keep that profit first. Or you break even. When we talk about break even means to move your stop loss to entry price or above entry price. Okay? So I believe that everybody in this group knows how to enter trade signals and all that. But if you don't, please let me know so that I can guide you on how to take signals. Okay? It's very, very easy. It's $20. In fact, when I just do a random video on how to take trade using our signal and post it to the group, okay? So that you just have an idea. I know most of you already do, but I'll just show you how to take signals. Remember I said I'm not trading today. So I'll try and do that before the market closes tonight. If the market closes before then, maybe I'll do it on crypto text. Okay, so that means I'll do that tomorrow. But I'll do a short video on how to take trade. I'll do a video on how to take signals and send it to the group. In the meantime, please register your trading account if you have not done that already and fund your account. We also have a special bot for trading gold. It's an amazing bot, but it's very, very expensive. But it's a hands-off trade. It's crazy. So if you want to take the bot is $200, non-negotiable, and it's paid in dollars, not in naira. You're not paying to me. It's not my bot. I didn't build it. A senior colleague, a boss of mine, built it. So I only usually sell $500, but I requested to have you send $200. They eventually agreed anyway. So if you pay to me, then send me your proof of payment. That's how you know that it's $200. If you pay to him, and I'm not the one that sends your details, I think $500. So but if you pay into his USDT account, it's not $100. So he accepts USDT or perfect money, but the easiest is USDT. So if you transfer your USDT to his account, to his USDT wallet, you have to send me the proof of that payment. Then I will forward it to him and send him your details to code the bot and send it to you. I hope you understand that. So I'll send in your email, send in everything. So he will send your bot to you. So if you want to be interested in the bot, it's just $200. But it is a crazy bot. It's a crazy bot. It has taken people's account, some of my people's account from $1,000 to more than $10,000 in just a few months. I think in 3 months or so. It's doing right. But if you want to trade with the bot, the minimum capital is $200. Take note of that. Minimum capital is $200. I don't advise it. If you want to $100, start with $200 minimum. So which means that if you want to go for the bot, you need to it's hands-free. It doesn't require your input. You don't need to wait for signal and then that's just the advantage of the bot over signal. You don't need to wait for anybody. And apart from that, sometimes the signal you will miss a few minutes. Maybe I post the signal and you see it, I don't know, maybe because of your network or for whatever reason, you see it 5 minutes after I posted it. You may have already hit CD by the time you have seen it. So that's just the issue with signals because of network. But as for the bot runs and does its work automatically. It doesn't need any input from you. Once you set it up, you just forget about it, and it will be trading and you will be cashing out on your own. So if anyone who is interested in the bot, please just send me a DM, let me know, so that I can arrange for it. I can arrange it for you. And also we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitter. And then our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our social media platforms. We post content on those platforms regularly. Instagram is Google Academy, Facebook is Google Academy 2, Twitter is Google Academy. So I will also send the link to the social media platforms to the group as well, so that you can just click the link and follow us. So you have on how we are doing. So remember to save the Google Academy contact. It's very important, so that you can reach out to us anytime as you are going through your training journey. Alright, do we have any questions? I think I have come to the end of this training for today. Do we have any questions? Any questions, any issues, any confusion, anything you need to touch or anything you want to touch? What's it called? How to take signals right now is because we are what am I saying? It's because the time is gone. I said we wanted to have this training for just 1 hour 30 minutes, and it's already 1 hour 30 minutes. So, but let me just give you a preview. Let me just show you what the signal room looks. Oops. Okay. Let me just show you on my mobile phone what the signal room looks like and how it works. How the signals are. And by the way, on Wednesday, our first 3 signals for the day hit stop loss. And on Tuesday, our first signal, only one signal for the day hit stop loss. So you see, the Forex market is a very interesting market. Today we only posted 3 signals, but all 3 of them smashed it back to back. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, somebody is asking a question here. Let me look at the question quickly. Okay, it says, are we not supposed to use your demo account first before the live trading, since you said we should fund our account? Okay, now the live trading you are funding is only for now, is only to use it with the signal. Just take the signal on the live account. But when you are practicing, please use demo accounts throughout. Do you understand? Use demo account throughout when you are practicing until you are confident that you can take your trades profitably by yourself, which means your analysis is now strong enough for you to trade by yourself. Then you can use your live account to take that, okay? So you can now use your live account to trade. But until then, please use demo accounts to practice. Your live account is only meant for the signal. I hope you understand. It's only meant for the signal. Alright, so I want to share my screen now and show you what the signal room looks like. Okay, so here's the signal room. The signals for today. Today is the 19th. Okay, so here are the signals for today. First one was in the afternoon. I told you that I only play signal on Friday at my leisure, and it was around 18 minutes to 2, and 24 minutes later it hit TP1, as you can see. It hit TP1, and then at 2:37 I posted the second one that went ahead to hit TP2 at 84 pips. Okay, 84 pips. The first one was pips or thereabouts. Second one 84 pips. It's still in the right direction, and it kept going. So we started today with 23.81. Ended up with 45 pips at 23.86 or thereabouts. So we hit TP2 as well on the third signal. Those three signals all hit TP2. But yesterday was Thursday. All our signals yesterday also hit TP. I have three signals yesterday too. All hit TP. Our signal for Wednesday on the 17th was terrible. First one hit stop loss 50 pips. Second one hit stop loss to 50 pips. And it's only the third one that went into profit for about 30 pips or 20 pips or thereabout before we got. So we just broke even on that one. So we hit 2 stop loss yesterday. And on Tuesday, let me see, Tuesday 6th. On Tuesday we have a lot of signals. This second signal, this one right here, GBP oil, is a signal posted by one of my students. So when you go to the training just like you, and his analysis is really good. So I tell you, sometimes I allow him to post his signal to the group too. So this is okay. So our first, most of the time I post is either gold or GBP PES, GBP JPY or GBP USD. I don't usually trade anything else, but mostly gold. So you're going to be seeing a lot of gold if you're taking my signal. So the first signal hits TP and surpassed it. The second signal also hit TP1. The third signal went to sell and went into profit 30 pips. And the fourth signal was a sell too, and that also hit TP1. The fourth signal was also a sell that hit TP1 and eventually hit TP2 much later in the day. I think a few minutes later hit TP2. So we closed trading on that day around 2 o'clock. We didn't stay too much on the market. We did very well that day. On Tuesday, we hit stop loss. Yes, our first trade on the 15th hit stop loss, and then it was the second one that went into profit, hit TP1. Our buy trade also hit TP1 and eventually hit TP2. So this is the signals in the group. As you can see, we are all sometimes I post into your where you have your class, and sometimes you've seen the result. But usually I don't like to share my results for personal business. But occasionally I just do it once in a while to just show you what we are doing in the VIP group. So if you're not doing anything at all, at least find your way into the VIP signal group and just take signals. Okay? Even if you will not do anything else, find your way into the VIP signal group and just take signals. That alone should at least should very much earn you some income, some regular income. You can now, advance in your skills and your learning. So it's entirely up to you. So I'm done with this class. I'm going to close the class. Do we have any other questions? You can unmute yourself or raise up your hand if you have a question, so we can take it orderly. If you have a question, please raise your hand. And you can decide to type it out as well, whichever one is convenient for you. Okay, so you are still raising your hand. Any other person raising your hand? If there's any other person. Okay, yes, once you create your account, please send me your MT5 ID. Let me know before you fund your account, please, to be sure that your account is properly placed so you don't miss out on the discount, on the promos and bonuses that I have for my students. So let me know first, because sometimes some people would click or just go to xm.com and go and register. If you go to just xm.com and go and register, you are not my student as far as xm is concerned. They don't know you. So they are not going to treat you like any other person. So they are not going to me. Please, once you create your account, send me a message immediately. We with your ID, let me know. So when I see your ID, I will now know, okay, I will check it. If it is correctly placed, then I will let you know, and then you can go ahead and fund your account and start trading, follow the signals as you want. Any other question? Today, I hope you understand the question, I mean my response. Alright, no problem. Any other questions? Once you create your account, just make sure you are following the link on the website. That's the important thing. If you are following the link on Bluetip Academy website, they know by default that you are Bluetip Academy student. However, once you have created the account, the ID at the top of your, if you log into your account, you will see it at the top of your dashboard there, your ID and your with your name. Just follow the ID and send it to me, so that I will verify that it's confirmed. Then documents, but be sure that you are sending only your ID card. You don't need to send anything else. No need for statement of account or any of that crap. You don't need it. When you are coming through me, you don't need it. Except you are using XNES. If you are using XNES, in fact, even with XNES, you might not need it. But anyway, when you get there, let me know. If you request for it, let me know. Other than password, ID card. So just upload only your ID, and then your account is verified. Once your account is verified, and I confirm that your account is okay, you can fund your account and you'll be added to the Signal group immediately. Alright, do we have any other person with any other question? Okay, in the absence of any other question, I think I'll bring this class to a close now. Thank you for your time. It's almost 7 o'clock already. I need to get home. I have a wedding to attend tomorrow. Alright, enjoy your evening and the rest of your weekend. You can exit the call, just press the big red button at the bottom of your screen. And if you have any question, just send them to me on WhatsApp. Alright, good night everyone.